Hello, beautiful vloggers. It's your girl Shay, and I am here to bring you Basketball Wives Season 6, Episode 11 recap and review. Just make sure to check the timestamps in the description box because you can go ahead and skip forward to the part of the episode that you really want to see. So that's all in the description box. And also make sure to subscribe to get new uploads and new videos. And go ahead and like this video as well. By the way, Kim did want to be here, but she wasn't able to be here because the episode didn't tape when we wanted it to, so it got a little late, so she wasn't able to do this video with me, but Kim does say hello, okay? So let's get started. So it all begins at Evelyn's home. Her daughter Shanice is dropping by. They're doing some cute little stuff with some eye mask or whatever, and Evelyn's like, oh yeah, this is how I stay looking young. I look 21 or something like that. I noticed that her daughter Shanice didn't really say yay or nay. She kind of just gave her mom a side eye, but I think Evelyn looks great, but I don't know if Shanice agrees that she looks 21. I don't know if Evelyn, I would say Evelyn looks 21, but she does look great. So that was a cute little moment. And then they start talking about Jackie, and Shanice is like, you know, what's going on with the whole situation. And, you know, Evelyn makes it very clear that she did not like the fact that Jackie called her the B word in front of her daughter. She's like, you don't stand in front of my child and call me a bitch. So, you know, then she's like, you're mad because I called you out on your lie, and you were lying. Now, let's get back to this whole situation because nobody has been able to point out where Jackie called Saniyyah a liability. At that table, when everybody was drunk, Saniyyah was really showing her ass because she was really drunk. She stood up, her pants was hanging, her booty was hanging out, all of that stuff. Jackie did say something like, I really don't want to hang out with her like that, whatever, or I don't know, you know, what type of chick she is or something like that, but I don't ever recall her saying the word liability. Now, I've watched other reviewers, other vloggers. Nobody can recall her saying the word liability. And I'm like, VH1 will put up a throwback clip of anything else. This one thing that is constantly being disputed. Why won't y'all put up a clip and let us know whether or not, you know, this woman actually called Saniyyah a liability and just squash this thing once and for all. But they won't do it because, of course, they wanted to play out all season, and we probably gonna have to hear about it all the time at the reunion. But I'm sure it's gonna be a good reunion because this was a good episode. So, you know, she is making a comment. Shanice, Evelyn's daughter, has said something like, well, was she drinking? What's wrong with her memory? And Evelyn's like, yeah, she always drunk or she always drinking, something like that. I mean, Jackie does have her beverage line, you know, she has her alcohol, she has her wine or whatever. But as far as her memory goes, first of all, how can you speak to what her memory was, Evelyn? Because you didn't hear her say it. Evelyn was not there when Jackie made her comment about Saniyyah. And whatever she said, I don't think she called her a liability. But even if she did, you weren't the one that heard it. It was actually Bonnie, Jill, and Malaysia who were at that table when Saniyyah was doing all that extra stuff, and she was telling Saniyyah was telling Bonnie, Jill to shut up and all of that stuff. That was all the other girls who overheard it. You did not overhear that conversation. So I'm just so confused why Evelyn is so upset about it, and why, you know, last episode she was going on and on about how she was gonna get Jackie, and then Shaunie said this wasn't a good get Jackie moment, but it really was. Like, they were at Saniyyah's house, and you know, Evelyn really had made it like she was really gonna call Jackie out. Like, I didn't understand that. Now, that doesn't make Jackie right for all the stuff she is saying about Shanice now, all the stuff she's saying about Evelyn's daughter, but I do feel like Evelyn has taken this to another level, because why are we fighting over whether or not she called the girl a liability when, number one, you didn't even hear it? I don't think it was that big of a deal, but it's turned into one. So, yeah, then as they're outside talking, Evelyn is talking to her daughter. Tami calls, and she invites Evelyn to a girls trip in New York, and I think that that's going to be a cute little trip. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And yeah, so that was a quick little call. And then we move on. It's a scene with Hazel. Hazel Renee is the new girl, and she calls Tami her auntie or whatever. I'm like, okay. So that's the girl who says she was on Empire, or I guess she was on Empire. I don't watch Empire, so I don't know, but she's on Empire. And she was with her daughter. I think her name is Olive Giselle, and I thought that that was a really cute name, because at first I thought she was saying her name was I Love Giselle, but it's Olive as in the vegetable, Olive Giselle. So I was like, okay, that's cute. I mean, I always said that one day I was gonna have a daughter and I was gonna name her Olivia, and then I started watching the Scandal, and I was like, I don't want to know if I want to name her Olivia, because I love Olivia Pope on the show, but she is a mistress, so I was like, I don't know if I want to take the name Olivia. That's another story. But anyway, the name Olivia is really cute, so I think the name Olive is cute as well. So Olive Giselle, I think it's kind of like I Love Giselle, but whatever. It's a cute name. So her daughter is super cute. And then she's having like the mommy daughter time. And then Tami calls and invites her to New York as well. So that was, you know, a little cute moment. So let's get to the good stuff, because Jackie and Tami, they meet up and they go to breakfast. So now, you know, we starting to get into the nitty gritty. And, you know, they like talking about what really happened at Evelyn's party. And Tami is telling Jackie, she like, you know, I really think that the real drama comes from you denying what happened with Bonnie Jill. Like, you didn't admit that you did try to fight Bonnie Jill. Jackie most certainly did try to fight Bonnie Jill. You ran straight towards her, but then you made a beeline for Shaunie, and you ran into Shaunie instead of into Bonnie Jill, because I really don't think you want to fight that girl, but you wanted to give a good scene. It was a good scene, but you did act like you wanted to fight her. You acted like you wanted to drag her. Now, Evelyn is right for calling you a liar on that front, because you are lying if you say you didn't try to fight her, because you totally did. That is 100%. And, you know, Jackie says she's really upset because she thought that her and Bonnie was becoming friends. And I'm like, I don't know how you was becoming friends with Bonnie, because Bonnie is nothing more than a bone carrier. But then again, Jackie is kind of a bone carrier, so they would make good friends, I guess. Because, you know, birds of a feather flock together. So, they actually could have been besties probably. So then Jackie is saying that she feels like Evelyn instigated everything at Saniyyah's house. And I don't know if she instigated everything, but she did bring up she did instigate the situation of, did you call Saniyyah a liability? I think that at this point, Evelyn just has a problem with Jackie. So whatever Jackie does, Evelyn got one eye on her. And that's just what it is. So then Tami decides to rehash what they said about each other. Now, they at the breakfast table. Tami decides to say, well, Evelyn said this stuff about you and you said this stuff about her. But when Tami says, and Evelyn said that you need to go home and take care of your daughter, Jackie's like, I never heard her say that. So I don't understand how Jackie didn't hear it, because Evelyn said it loud as hell, okay? She was very loud. It was like, I don't understand how you didn't hear that girl say, go take care of your daughter, because she said it multiple times and she was yelling it when she said it. But you claim you didn't hear it, I'll take you at your word. I don't know, though, Jackie do lie a lot, so. So Jackie said she didn't hear it. So now Jackie's upset. She's like, I didn't even go at her daughter, Shanice. You know, I think that's a cute girl. She's a good kid, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, but in the previews, you was saying stuff about Shanice. So I'm like confused, because now you saying you don't say stuff about her, but in the previews, it looked like you had quite a bit to say about her. If y'all know these curls, they be too much sometimes. But so I'm like, what you mean you didn't say anything about her? I just seen the previews. You called her a builder whore. Sure enough, as soon as I said that, Jackie is talking about Evelyn, and she's saying, oh, she wants to be a sister wife, and she wants to be part of my marriage, and Evelyn is stalking me. And I'm like, okay, girl, now Evelyn may have a beef with you, and she gonna take it out by any means necessary, but that does not mean this woman is stalking you. Like, that is a little far-fetched. No, it's a lot far-fetched. Evelyn is definitely not stalking you, okay? You are more liable to stalk somebody than somebody else stalking you. As a matter of fact, Shaunie even said that they had to invite you to that party for Evelyn because you might be waiting in the bushes. So people actually believe you will be a stalker before Evelyn, but that's another story. So as she's saying that, now mind you, she just said, I don't talk about Shanice. I don't talk about her daughter. I wouldn't say anything about her daughter. And then turn around in the same scene and says, you know, I never said things about Shanice like she's a builder whore. Not a builder whore. What the hell? And then, you know, Tami was just a shock. Tami said, now what is a builder whore? And I guess it's the way Jackie said it. I guess in some way she's trying to say that Shanice is like a whore in training. And I'm trying to figure out, like, who is training her? Who is building her up to be a whore? Are you saying her mom does that? Like, it was very confusing to me. I wish she would have got more in depth, because what exactly is a builder whore? Because every time I've heard about a builder whore, it's been like a chick who like goes and get a bunch of plastic surgery and get them big boobs and a fake butt and all that stuff, and then she turns into like the, you know, now they become the Instagram models and all that stuff. That's what I thought a builder whore was. But turns out the way Jackie is describing it, a builder whore is the chick that is being brought up and trained to be a whore. So are you saying that her mother is bringing her up to be a whore? Is her mother building her up to be a whore? Who's building her up to be a whore? Like, that was some next level shade. So then we move on, because, you know, the drama is just, it ain't even really got cracking yet, okay? So Shaunie and Evelyn, they go ahead and make it to New York. They hanging out, Evelyn let to be known that she was actually born in Brooklyn and she was raised in the Bronx. And I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know that about her. I knew she was from New York. I didn't know she was born in Brooklyn and raised in the Bronx. So now we learned a little bit more about Evelyn because I like Evelyn. So then, Shaunie has never been to the Bronx. So they ride the subway. They go shopping. They was doing some other stuff. Some man was yelling Shaunie's name. I guess he's a big fan. People was talking to him while they was on the train. That was cute. Evelyn was teaching Shaunie how to hold a slice of pizza or whatever. Evelyn took Shaunie to visit her mom and with the family and all of that stuff. And Evelyn talked about how she got pregnant at 16 with Shanice and all of that stuff. And I didn't realize she was that young when she got pregnant, but kudos to her for holding it down and doing everything she had to do and take care of her daughter. I did like when she talked about the fact that when she started having sex, she realized it wasn't all it cracked up to be. So there you go, young people. You do not have to get out here and lay on your back and start having sex at early age because everybody tell you that it's cute or they singing about it in songs or they rapping about it, because it may not be for you what everybody claims it is, because Evelyn herself even said that. And a lot of people that I know who had children that early, 15, 16 years old or in their teenage years, a lot of them say, not that they regret their children, because obviously, they love their kids, but they wish that they had waited longer. They wish they would have, remained a virgin or celibate longer. So, that's something you should think about. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to preach to you, but I'm just saying if you're a young person, you don't have to have sex at an early age and get pregnant and have babies and all that stuff. It's not always what it's cracked up to be. That's all I'm saying. So then Evelyn's mom starts talking about how, when she had sex, that she started talking about her first time she got her cherry popped, and that she thought the guy wasn't going to date her anymore because it was blood. And I'm like, do I need to hear all of this? Now, at first, when we was talking about Evelyn getting pregnant at 16, okay, that's one conversation. But when you start giving me details about blood and stuff like that, I don't need to hear all that, okay? I'm just saying. It was a cute little moment with her mom, but some of that stuff they could have edited out. That's just my opinion. So now we move on. Shaunie and Evelyn, they are in the car, and they riding, and they going to see Tami. Now, they get to talking, and Evelyn is like, okay, so I really want to know, how old is Jackie really? Because she can't be in her 50s acting like that. So then when she's Googling Jackie, all of this stuff about Jackie is coming up about what size her breasts are and what size hips she got, and she'll size this and that. And then she like, now she know this shit is a lie. That's what Evelyn is saying. Like, she knows she lying. But on those Wikipedia pages, I don't know if she was on Wikipedia, but on those Wikipedia pages, people could put in whatever they want to. They could write up whatever information they want to write up. So who knows? The measurements and all of that stuff. Who knows who put that stuff in there? It could have been Jackie's team. It could have been somebody else who's a fan of Jackie. Who knows? But anyway, so I guess the page says that Jackie is in her late 40s. And Evelyn like, that shit is a lie. That bitch is 51. And I was like, first of all, I always knew. I was like, Jackie got to be in her 50s. I thought Jackie was actually older than 51. Not that she doesn't look good for her age, but just the way she carries herself sometimes. I was thinking she was more like 55 plus. That's just me. She doesn't act like she's in her 50s, but I thought she was like in her mid 50s, not her early 50s. No shade, but that's what I thought. So anyway, they looked it up. She's 51, supposedly. I don't know, because if they got it off Wikipedia, it might be a lie. But that's another story. So then they pull up. Evelyn says that Tami is looking ratchet smoking a cancer stick. And I'm like, ooh, the shade. Don't call her ratchet. So she was standing out there with Jazz because, Tami is Jazz is her daughter. And Jazz is a rapper. And Tami is Jazz's, what do you call it? Her manager, her momager, as she says. So she was there in New York doing a lot of stuff for Jazz's career, and she actually said that she wished she could have hung out with the girls, but she couldn't because she had to do all this stuff with her daughter. But so they did get to go and see each other, whatever. Now Tami was, I don't know if Tami was being a little messy in this episode, because at first, Tami is telling Jackie what I don't know if she meant to tell Jackie, that she said that you need to go take care of your daughter. That's what Tami told Jackie in the breakfast scene. She said, you need to go take care of your daughter. Jackie claimed she didn't hear it. But now, in this scene, Tami is telling Evelyn, like, oh, let me tell you all the things Jackie said about you. So now, you know, Bonnie is the bone carrier, the resident bone carrier of the show. I don't know, but, you know, I guess Tami gonna dig in a little bit and say this person said this and that person said that. So, you know, I still like Tami, but I'm just calling like I see it. So Tami says to Evelyn that Jackie called her stalkerish. She said she was obsessive. She's a sister wife because she want to be cool with her or something. And then she's like, the $3,500 that you donated to her daughter doesn't buy you into the family. And Doug says that Evelyn is not his type and he's not interested. So now Evelyn busts out laughing like, girl, now you know good and damn well Evelyn is not trying to sleep with no damn Doug. Okay? Don't nobody want Doug but Jackie. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. Don't nobody want Doug but Jackie. So Evelyn is not checking for no damn Doug. She is not trying to be your sister wife, okay? She doing her own thing. She with Carl Crawford. She ain't thinking about you or what you got going on over there. So Tami is continuing to tell them what's going on and what's being said. And they're like, well, if Jackie didn't hear Evelyn say, go take care of your daughter or take care of your family or whatever, why was she so mad? So Tami was like, well, she was actually mad because she was pissed off that you called security on her. And so, but if I was Evelyn, I would have called security too, because you can have a discussion with me and disagree with me without acting a fool at my event. But they knew she was going to act the fool. That's why Evelyn didn't want to invite her, and Shaunie and Tami wanted to invite her, but that's another story. So she like, that Jackie was really mad because she didn't hear Evelyn say the stuff about go take care of your daughter. She was mad because Evelyn called security. That would make somebody mad. Like, don't try to call security on me or whatever, but that's supposedly why Jackie was really mad. I don't know if I really buy it. I don't believe that Jackie didn't hear Evelyn saying all that stuff about her daughter, because Evelyn said it multiple times and she was yelling. Just like Jackie was yelling at Evelyn, Evelyn was yelling at Jackie at that event. When Jackie was walking out, just like Jackie was yelling at you and non-mother factor and all of that stuff, Evelyn was yelling right back, go take care of your daughter, go take care of your grandson, all that stuff. So I think she said go take care of your grandson. She definitely said something about go take care of your daughter and all that stuff. So just like you heard, she heard you calling her a non-factor. You had to have heard this woman calling you out about your daughter. So I don't know if I buy it that you just was mad about security, because to me that reaction, I don't know if I buy it. But so anyway, let's get to the get down. So Jackie and Saniyyah on their way to the dinner. They riding together. Saniyyah, let me just say this. You know, I'm still not over how Saniyyah treated Kristen. And let me just say this, okay? You sat there and talk about that girl, talk about the whole meme, you know, you not ugly, you just broke or whatever. But boo, you supposedly got money, you not broke, right? Because you wouldn't have brought up that meme if you was broke. So you saying you not ugly, you just broke or something like that, talking about her style and all this stuff. And then I see you, I have yet to see Saniyyah slay any look. I've seen her look mediocre. Just saying, I'm just being honest. I've yet to see Saniyyah step out and be like, boom, killing it. I've yet to see that happen. And so I'm just trying to understand, Miss Stylist, why isn't the look matching up with all the mouth and all the talk? If you are dressing Rick Ross and Wale and MMG and all these people, Meek Mill and all these people, why doesn't your fashion line up with your so-called credentials? I'm just saying, boo-boo. You, as a stylist, should be ashamed of yourself. You coming on national television, you need to slay every single time you step out the door. And I'm trying to figure out, are her boobs real? I hope her boobs are real, because I would hate to think that a chick would go to a plastic surgeon and ask for her boob job to be that big. I'm just saying. I hope them boobs fake, because who would go to a plastic surgeon and say, sit them up this high? And I hope that's just a big, really nice push-up bra. Because if you went and got a boob job to get them just like that, child, bye, okay? So anyway, moving on from Saniyyah the stylist who needs a stylist. Saniyyah was talking and she said she's feeling like Evelyn started everything by bringing up the family stuff. Yes, Evelyn was wrong. She shouldn't have said anything about Jackie's daughter. But, you know, Jackie you know, they've all been wrong. Evelyn was wrong for making that whole liability situation about her. They still have yet to prove if Jackie actually called this girl Saniyyah a liability. But Saniyyah is over it. Saniyyah riding in the car with Jackie. So if Saniyyah is over it, why the hell y'all still talking about it? Why the hell y'all still mad about it? Evelyn, why are you holding on to this grudge about whether or not she called the girl a liability if the girl that she was talking about don't give a damn? Like, explain it to me. I like all of these girls, but some of this stuff is just like childish. Like, it's just childish on a whole other level. If the person she was talking about don't give a damn, why do you? I don't get it. But okay, so whatever. Let's get to the dinner of all dinners, okay? So, you know, they get there. All of the ladies are in attendance, okay? It is, you know, the veterans, Shaunie, Jackie, Tami, Evelyn. Then we have the newbies, Bonnie and Saniyyah. I believe Hazel was there. I guess they're not inviting my girl Malaysia to anything else. I still love Malaysia. So what if, you know, they don't? Whatever. I still love Malaysia. And Kiana Green, they introduced her. We don't see her anymore. That other girl, Elena, that was in the beginning of the season, we don't see her anymore. I swear, I was just telling Kim, like, they're going to have a cast the size of damn Love and Hip Hop. You just going to be like, well, where'd that person go? And what happened to that person? And, you know, Saniyyah's there and all this. But I'm just like, y'all keep introducing people. Then you had the Kristen girl and her sister Asia. Where they at? Like, I hate when they just VH1. Y'all got to get it together. Y'all do the same thing with Love and Hip Hop. Y'all introduce all these people to the show, and then we don't see them again. Like, what the hell? But anyway, so we at the dinner, okay? And then, you know, Evelyn said she's not gonna talk to Jackie. She's not gonna say anything to Jackie because Shaunie told her to keep her cool and she don't want to fight. I'm like, good for you. You're not trying to be out here banging and getting into crazy stuff. I'm not mad at you, boo. Do you? So then Jackie is there, and she's like, you know, Evelyn trying to keep her cool. Jackie not here for it. She ready to have a discussion. She like, you had choice words about my daughter. I want to know why. Evelyn's like, it wasn't about your daughter. And then Evelyn's like, but let me just say this to you. Don't call me a bitch in front of my daughter. So then they start arguing over who disrespected who first. And I'm like, this is kind of elementary, high schoolish, middle school type stuff. Y'all are like, you hit me first. No, you said this first. And you did that first. Like, it's... I'm sorry, y'all, but I just think it's kind of childish. Just a little. So I can't be the only one. I know some of y'all think so, too. So then Jackie tries to grab her drink or whatever, and Tami told her to chill. So she like, I'm not about to throw my drink. And, you know, I know how the NYPD is out here or whatever. But when she first said, I'm not going to throw my drink, I thought what she was really about to say was, you know, I'm not like Evelyn. Because, you know, Evelyn throws drinks. If any of y'all watch Basketball Wives Miami, Evelyn had the famous scene with the girl who she said was stalking her. She threw the drink in her face. I think she threw a drink on Susie before. I'm not sure, but I know she threw a drink on that one girl. So, you know, I thought that Jackie was going to throw some shade like, you know, Evelyn is known for throwing drinks, but she didn't say that. She brought up something about the NYPD, but I thought she was really about to, you know, smack Evelyn with a quick little bit of shade and say, I remember when you used to throw drinks on people. So anyway, they get to talking. Evelyn lets it be known that she feels like Jackie is a liar. And Jackie was like, you know, I'm not a liar, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, you know, you want to listen to stuff people say or whatever, but what if I listen to all the people in the streets who call your daughter a builder whore? And Evelyn was like, call my daughter a what? And she repeated it. Jackie repeated it, a builder whore. So Evelyn, of course, like any mother would be, was pissed. Highest level of pissed, just ticked the fuck off. Like, she was mad. And she was like, you know, she was saying in her confessionals, like, that was a low blow. And that, you know, Jackie is a disgusting human being. Jackie started going in. She started calling Evelyn all kind of bitches, several bitches. And, you know, because Evelyn was like, she wasn't going to apologize or nothing. She didn't feel bad for none of the stuff she said. And Jackie was really pissed off. And she got to calling Evelyn all kind of bitches. And then Saniyyah was trying to calm Jackie down. And then Evelyn got up and walked outside or whatever. And while she's walking outside, Jackie was like, I will flip this table over and kill that girl. And I'm like, why she always talking about killing somebody? And Jackie knows she ain't about that life. Because if you was really about that life, you wouldn't have ran directly into Shaunie. You would have ran into Bonnie if you really want that problem. But you ain't about that life, and neither is Bonnie. So that's another story. So anyway, so then the girls get outside. Evelyn is crying. So Shaunie and Tami follow Evelyn outside. And then they trying to calm her down. Bonnie bring her bone carrying ass outside and say, well, you know, Jackie is saying she wants an apology from you. And then Evelyn was like, for tonight, for the stuff that happened tonight, she like, yeah. And now I'm trying to figure out why the hell, if you see this girl, Evelyn is in tears, practically in tears outside. You know good and damn well Jackie not about to apologize. You know good and damn well Evelyn not about to apologize. Why your bone carrying ass gonna bring that conversation outside to further egg on the situation? I do not like Bonnie. I do not like her. She is an instigator and a bone carrier, and whoever cast her on this show needs to get rid of this bitch. Ooh, that was wrong. I'm sorry. They need to get rid of her. I don't want to call her her name. I apologize. That was wrong. But she needs to go. I'm sick of her. So then Saniyyah was talking and saying, you know, because Shaunie comes back in to get the purses. And, you know, Saniyyah was asking, is Shaunie receptive to an apology? And Shaunie says, I don't think she is. And Jackie was like, well, I don't want to apologize because she talked about my family. So Shaunie looked like she was getting really annoyed with Jackie. So she turns around and walks outside. Jackie follows Shaunie outside to talk to Evelyn. So Jackie, you know, she at first is acting like she wants to apologize or whatever. And she said, you know, she just said she didn't want to apologize or whatever. And I don't understand why Jackie went outside to quote unquote apologize, because she had just said she didn't want to apologize. And so when she starts acting like she's apologized, oh, I'm sorry for cussing at you, I'm calling you a bitch in front of your daughter, because I know that's why you really mad. But imagine you just called the woman's daughter a builder whore. So she is no longer mad that you called her a bitch in front of her daughter. She is now mad that you just implied that her daughter is a whore. That's why she mad now, boo. It's way past you calling her a bitch now. But Jackie is like blind to the truth of what's going on. So she like, I'm sorry I called your daughter. I'm sorry I called you a bitch in front of your daughter. Instead of saying, I'm sorry, I just implied your daughter is a whore, or that your daughter is being built up to be a whore. But then, so, you know, Evelyn was just not here for it. She was not paying attention to the apology. She didn't want it. She was like, whatever. So, she was like, you know, I do apologize for calling you a bitch in front of Shanice. And then turned around in the same breath and said, but I want you to apologize for calling me a bitch tonight. And I was like, Jackie, if you don't get your shit together, that woman do not owe you an apology. You call her a bunch of bitches too. Like, come, Jackie, you make it so hard to defend you, boo. It's just like the indefensible. You make it so hard to defend you. So anyway, you know, Evelyn was like, you ain't getting shit. Just like that. She was like, what? She was like, you ain't getting shit. Never. Ever. You ain't getting shit. So Jackie was like, you're disrespectful and all this stuff. And Evelyn was like, you will never be in my space. And then that's when Jackie get to yelling, you're a non-motherfucking factor, bitch. And then she turns to Tami and was like, I knocked that motherfucker out, Tami. Talking about Evelyn. So Evelyn just launched and went for Jackie. But everybody stopped her. And you know, they holding Evelyn back. Shaunie holding Evelyn. She started banging on the table because she wanted to get her hands on Jackie. She was mad as hell. She was trying to get to Jackie. She wanted that beef. She wanted to square up. She wanted that problem. So, you know, Jackie get to calling Evelyn all kind of whores and bitches, and talking about she need a moment and all of this stuff. And they get Evelyn into the car. Jackie still talking, she need a moment, she a bitch, she a whore, she a tramp, she all of this stuff, she a whore. She kept calling her a whore. Evelyn, and she was in the car like, you know, I'm gonna have somebody waiting at her hotel, I'm gonna have somebody waiting at your hotel for you. And she was like, I'm gonna have the gulliest of the gulliest bitches waiting at her hotel. You know, when somebody say they want somebody gully, I mean they getting somebody who's street, who about that life, who like to bang, who like to fight. They gonna fuck your ass up like that. That's what somebody talk about when they say they get the gulliest of the gulliest. They talking about getting somebody who's straight up street to come and wreck you. So that's what Evelyn is saying. And then Evelyn started calling people on the phone, and she like, I'm gonna find out where that bitch at, and she ain't gonna be able to walk out of her room and all kind of stuff. And then Jackie starts talking about she wants Evelyn's room number. So now they both talking about they want to have people outside of each other's room. They both want to have somebody come F the other one up. And I'm just like, wow, this shit is crazy. It was insanity. This is probably one of the craziest Basketball Wives episodes I have seen in a long time. When Evelyn was punching that table, she wanted to get her hands on Jackie. Sometimes these fights, they seem really staged. They seem fake. They seem scripted. That was not fake. You didn't talk about this woman's daughter. You didn't see her daughter was a builder whore. You didn't called her a bitch in front of her daughter. You didn't did all of this stuff. You didn't stood there and called her all kind of whores and tramps. You didn't use her line against her, calling her non-mother effing factor and all this stuff. She wanted to put hands on Jackie. And I don't know if y'all remember a couple seasons back when it was still Basketball Wives LA, because now it's just Basketball Wives. But remember back when it was Basketball Wives LA and Drea was still on the show, and that girl and Jackie was messing with Drea, I think, and that girl Brooke mangled Jackie and whooped Jackie ass, and they just cut the camera. They didn't actually show the fight, but when they put the camera back on Jackie, her hair was all disheveled. Oh, my arm. Did y'all hear my arm pop? That's another story. But Jackie hair was all disheveled. She mangled, the girl Brooke mangled. She kind of tossed Jackie up a little bit. So Jackie not really about that life. She really ain't got them hands like that. So I don't know. I think that if Evelyn really would have got her hands on Jackie, she would have got her ass tapped. She would have got toe up a little bit, because Jackie always trying to fight people like Bonnie. Last season, she was trying to fight the Angels. You know, she fights people who she considers weak. Evelyn, I don't think she want that beef. I don't think she want that problem with Evelyn. And when Evelyn was on the phone, she seemed like she really was trying to call some people. Now, I don't know if people going to really be at Jackie's doorstep, but she seemed like she was really trying to call some people. So this was a good episode. And Jackie, I hate to see how this reunion going to go. No, I would love to see. I can't wait to see how this reunion going to go. This reunion's going to be good. And you know I'm going to review and recap the hell out of it. So, you know, let me know in the comment section what y'all thinking. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Let me know how y'all feeling. So then they also said that the show is gonna be on a 2-week hiatus, and that you know, we got to wait 2 weeks for the new episode. I'm just like, they always do that shit. When it gets really good, they make us wait. But anyway, in 2 weeks, I will see y'all. I will be recapping it. Hopefully, Kim and I can do it together. We won't have any more technical difficulties. But anyway, so I appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you for coming to Writer's Vlogs. In the description box, you'll find
links to our social media,
blog,
and anything else you need to know.
Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
Mwah!